Hey guys, my name is Ben. We're in Canton, and let's show you around my apartment.
So Ben, how do you get into school from Canton?
So I usually drive. Canton is east of Fells Point,
Okay.
and so it's just outside the lift radius, and so I am only about 3 miles away from school, but I do have to drive.
Okay, cool. So when you're saying east of Fells Point, flashback to when we met with Megan and Bijan, we saw that really cool path by the water. So that path that we saw in Fells actually connects into Canton, so you can walk back and forth.
Yeah, that's actually right across the street from my apartment building, and if you're really into running, a lot of people run down there. It's right by the water. It's really nice in the summer. There's a big park. There's a couple restaurants down there that you can sit and eat at on the water, so it's really nice.
Cool. So why did you choose this place, Ben?
So I looked at a lot of different neighborhoods in Baltimore when I first got here, and I like this one mainly because of its day-to-day convenience. And so there's a lot of grocery stores in the area. There's Target and Harris Teeter and Sprouts just in this immediate area, in front of my apartment building. And there's also the gym that I go to across the street, and there's a lot of little neighborhood restaurants in the old row homes just around the neighborhood. And so overall, I just thought it was really convenient, despite the fact that I'm a little bit further away from school.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, because we spoke about that with Mary also, which is pros and cons of some of the other neighborhoods, and grocery stores is a huge con in some of the neighborhoods where they're not very close. So that's definitely a benefit of Canton, that you have those major stores.
I may be a little bit further away than maybe some of the restaurants and bars and stuff, but for day to day, having the grocery stores nearby is really convenient.
Mm-hmm. So are there any little peculiarities you'd like to show us about your apartment?
Sure. So let's see. These are some. So when I live here with my boyfriend, and these are actually the blueprints for the first house that he ever lived in. And so when he was moving, he found them, and we thought it would be cool to frame them and put them up. So that's what these are. And then we've recently also just put in these hanging plants. I am still really afraid that they're gonna fall, but it was a whole ordeal putting them up. But I think they look kind of nice, and it takes up a lot of kind of the dead space above the TV that you can't really use.
Yeah. This is a 1-bedroom?
Yes, this is a 1-bedroom. And so when I was looking at apartments, the prices fluctuate a lot, and so I was able to get a pretty good deal on a larger 1-bedroom just because of the market today for some reason.
And yeah, you started renting in October, right? So it wasn't a typical lease cycle that you started at the beginning of the school year and
yeah. So I moved here. When I first moved here, I stayed with a family friend for about a month, so I could check out some of the different neighborhoods and kind of pick what I liked. Yeah. So I guess I was a little bit off cycle. Maybe that's
okay. And did you find that was a problem in trying to find a place to rent being off cycle, or was it no big deal?
No, it wasn't a big deal. Pretty much all of the buildings that I was interested in had availability and some floor plan. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Me too. Show us around more if you like her.
Okay, yeah, so this is the living room.
Dining room.
We wanted to bring a lot of plants into the space because we like a modern look, but we didn't want it to feel cold. So we wanted to bring in some organic textures and plants just to make it feel a little bit more cozy. This guy's actually been doing really well. When we first bought him, he was just these 2 leaves, and then these 3 came about in the few months that we've had him. So he's really happy. We just repotted him into this bigger one.
Guys.
I was gonna say I was very impressed. Gotta share your secrets.
And then over here is in the hallway. We have my bedroom over here. You can actually see Sprouts, one of the grocery stores that I mentioned, just outside the window. So it's really convenient. If I just need to run down and grab something when I'm cooking or something, it's really nice to have there. And then on this side, we have my bathroom, and then we have this extra closet that we call the garage, which is really nice for storage because space is always an issue in an apartment. This layout's also nice because I have the double vanity, and then also this bathtub that I've never used before. I got those candles just for you guys.
It smells great in here.
All right. So I guess the last question I have for you, Ben, is one last convenience question, Canton. So in terms of parking, do you find you can can edit this, because I don't want to ask you how much you pay for parking, but I want to ask you, like, is it feasible to pay for parking at your apartment complex and,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
just ask me about the parking situation.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just more about the parking situation, because obviously you park here at your
Yeah.
apartment complex and you park at school. So how do you feel about that? Is it feasible if you have a car? We spoke to people who have to street park. Do you like having parking in the garage?
Yeah, so I do have to pay for parking in the garage, but something that's nice about this apartment, and most apartments have this sort of like setup, is that Hopkins is a preferred employer for them, and so I get a discount on parking. But there's also a lot of street parking around here, and it's usually pretty empty because most people around here live in the building, and so they park in the garage. And so if you didn't want to pay for that parking, it's pretty easy to find street parking around here if you want. However, at school, you do have to pay for the parking there if you drive.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing us around your Canton apartment, Ben.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.